Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. We are in a gorgeous and sunny Benidorm town, right in the heart of it on the Mediterranean Avenue. And we will be having a short walking tour down the non-refurbished just yet Mediterranean Avenue part. And this is something that we've all are waiting for so much. It's insane. All Mediterranean Avenue is supposed to be refurbished already, but projects and the money and all the constant waiting obviously still makes it the place that it was decades ago, with slightly less space for people to pass, with the older tiling, with a lot of traffic and a lot of movement. But still, it's a great place to be because there's a lot of useful businesses, there's a lot of public transport that we need to move around the area. By the way, the vast majority of the buses, they do stop at specific points right here on the Mediterranean Avenue. And stops like these that you have seen right now on the left side are the ones where you need to wait for the bus. Usually there is always a timetable that shows you the number of the bus, where it goes from here, and you can check the timetable either there in the list or directly scanning QR code. With your camera, you scan it and it leads you directly to the website, and you can see how much time do you still need to wait before the bus will come to the bus station. There's a lot of nice businesses here, such as Toy Planet, which is quite a popular shop here. It's slightly less expensive. There's a lot of nice toys and things to entertain children and not so children any longer. Tony Roma's as well. We are anxious to try it out. We're willing to come here very soon. Onion rings, chicken wings, $10.95, chicken tenders, $9.95. To share snack combos, baby back ribs, 20, half baby back ribs, feel the grill ribeyes, chicken burgers, chicken ranch salad, 13 euros, Caesar salad, 13, pasta, 13, 14 euros, more or less, combo for 4. Wow, that's a big combo. So there's a lot of different things out here, and it is really popular, not only between tourists but also within locals. A lot of people know Tony Roma's. It's been a while since they've been here, quite a lot of time. It's part of Benidorm already, and it's a nice place where to have some meal. If you've been here, if you've tried some specific meals that you can recommend, or on contrary that you would not recommend for some reason, you're always free to share all of this information with other Benidorm fans and tourists here below in the messages. Oh, there's some kind of shop here that closed down. Look at this. Now it's on rent. Some supermarkets here as usual. Typical supermarket here of the area. They do sell ice, they sell snacks, they sell refreshing drinks, something for the beach, t-shirts with not such a nice phrases. This is a typical shoe shop, but this is not like a Chinese bazaar. There are things that are made of leather, and it is made in Spain, shoes, so quite a nice quality if you ask us. Right in front we have angel feet. That's interesting. Oh, okay, because it's a foot spa. Okay, it's because it's a foot spa. It's because they do hairdressing, mostly foot spa, I suppose. They do braids, like African braids. That's interesting. Sweetland, still open, still working. Very nice. I love these colorful neon lights that they've put right here, especially with the kitty eating some noodles. Very fun. This is where you can grab some different types of sweets, typical ones, so international as well, different flavors, if you are walking down Benidorm streets and are craving something sweet. This is a slightly more expensive shop, but right now they are all on sale. So remember that summer is heading to its end, like calendar summer, and now all the discounts start to rise everywhere, and there's going to be probably second discounts as well, or maybe even third ones probably this year. So if you want to purchase something but it was slightly more expensive for you, now it's a good moment. Grab some nice shoes made in Spain if your luggage allows it, obviously. You can purchase some souvenirs, some clothing, anything you wish for a slightly cheaper price. Be careful with bargains when it says it's like 60% off, when it's 75% off. Unless you can see it's a very, very cheap price, then yes, obviously you can get it. But a lot of the times shops tend to rise the prices beforehand, and then like on a prime day, like on a cyber weekend, like on a prime days, like an Amazon Prime, prices tend to rise quite a lot before they drop down, so that they could claim technically they ain't wrong and it's legal because they actually did lower the price, but not always it's a true discount. Ooh, front line of the Levante Beach, 315,000 euros. Apartments on the Levante Beach, 210,000. First line of the Levante Beach, 700 something thousand. Wow. New houses as well. Look at that. From 875,000 euros. Prices here are gotten really, really expensive for real estate. You can still find something for below 150,000, but it's not going to be the first line, not even Mediterranean Avenue anymore. Good old days when you could get an apartment for 100,000 on Mediterranean Avenue are sadly over. By the way, there's quite a lot of touristic apartments on the Mediterranean Avenue. It's a very good area to invest. So in case if you want to do so, don't forget that we have a migration consulting company. We do not usually advertise it so much here on the channel because obviously it's more related with tourism, this channel for YouTube. But all those who are planning on living here, retiring here, you always have our email address to write us in case you need some help settling down in Benidorm or in any other area of Costa Blanca. We work from Castellón up until Alicante, even Torrevieja, Santa Pola, and Murcia. We even had clients in Balearic Islands. So we are expanding slowly but surely. And the same for private insurances, for health insurance, for residents, brand new products as well. And for purchase or rentals long term. All of it is available for you guys in case you need help from people that you actually trust, from those who are professionals and legal business here in the area, to make sure things will be done in a right and correct way. So all this area is quite popular, as you know, which is why there's also quite a lot of businesses here. Not all of them are open right now. For example, this one here is Cayman Baby. There is a main Cayman Beach bar, which is situated right on the other side of the building. But this one, they've also opened it not so long ago. And I do see quite some people here whenever it's open. So I suppose it is working quite well. Cafe India, that's an interesting place. I've seen the menu has a very nice price, $15.95. I'm curious on what it actually is like for us to go and try it out. If you want us to add it to our tryout list, let us know here in the comments, because we do see sometimes people here, but there's not so many of them. So it's not crowded, which is why I'm curious. If you've been here, let us know if you've enjoyed it, or if you would like to see what it actually looks like, what the food tastes like, and what are the options and the service. Then let us know here, and it might be one of the next places we are planning on discovering. The way to the beach is on the right side. That's where the Tiki Beach is also located, the famous place for partying non-stop, for always full terrace, for deals, offers, discounts, and buckets, partying. The Girona Street is right in front of us as well, one of the areas. That's where hotels are located. That's where all the fun, the entertainment, the shows at night actually are. And there are different parts here on the Mediterranean Avenue. Some of them are suitable more for people who love spending nighttime being awake and partying and enjoying some shows and some music and going out. And then the others who prefer slightly quieter holidays. For those who love slightly quieter, probably the second half of Mediterranean Avenue, or the first part, would be the best. The central part, especially where the crossroads is with different night shows, etc., is the place where it's going to be slightly louder. There's a lot of people here on the Mediterranean Avenue now. People go out in the evening and morning time. Since summers are quite hot here, thus middays are usually when it's not as busy. This summer in general, there's something strange going on. Let us know if you've noticed it. The weather is different. All the previous years we've had, July and August were the moments when we literally could not go outside and film on midday. It wasn't possible, and at night there was a lot of humidity. Sometimes we even had our camera lens like being moist, like humid from the air, which was insane. But now it's not like that. Oh, that's interesting. First plate to choose, second plate to choose, or pasta, different types of meals, 15 euros for one person. That's not as bad, isn't it? They have this terrace right here, and then la ricotta is called, like the cheese. And they also have like a main place right there around the corner, and that's where they have a kitchen and bring everything. So as I've mentioned, the weather is very, very strange. This year it was hot, maybe for a couple of days this summer, and that's basically it. Even the heat wave, when it was declared here in the region, there was a heat wave officially. But when you went to Benidorm, it was around 31, 32, maybe 33. So it's not as excessive as in other parts where they've hit 40 degrees. We've been there ourselves, slightly outside Alicante in Elche. It was very, very warm. So it is kind of strange, isn't it? We're used to heat waves. It's not that I'm complaining. I love this summer. Personally, this is the best summer we've had in quite a few years. We've had a couple of days of rain. We had a couple of days of clouds. It is sunny. It is very warm, but it's not excessively hot and impossible to go outside. So definitely this summer is one of the best that we've ever seen here in the past at least 4-5 years minimum. And a lot of people actually noticed it too. Let us know if it was your case. Obviously, it's way better because people are able to enjoy. If you're able to use the public transport to travel from here to different surrounding areas, different towns and villages to discover. You can get a bus to get to the shopping mall if you fancy some shopping. You could also get some train to bring you towards Alicante to spend a day there, visit the old town, central market, Explanada, and a lot more popular and cultural areas. Or get towards Denia, which is exactly the opposite side, but it's also a lovely town to discover. There's plenty of things to do and the weather allows it. Some perfume shops right here. That's interesting. Quite cheap. 14, 19 euros, 17 euros. They also do have some cosmetics and like care, like body, hair, skin in general types of products. But mostly they are doing perfumes in these types of shops. These are typical shops that have been here for the longest time ever. There are some gaming salons here. Obviously, they're closed. You're not allowed to look inside to prevent teens and like small children looking at all of this. But they are open. Some are supermarkets. This is like tobacco place. We call them estanco. Which is where you can also have some money exchange. You can get some, tobacco, like for those who actually smoke. There tends to be also some newspapers, fresh newspapers, and also some top-ups if you need to top up your card as it is. There are many cards, SIM cards. We will talk about it in the upcoming videos. Probably if you're interested, let us know on which kind of SIM cards are you able to purchase here if you're coming for a longer time. Because usually companies such as Vodafone, Movistar, Orange, they allow you to purchase a card for like 2 weeks or like a short amount of time. And then this card will not be working any longer. So if you need something that you could comfortably top up and maybe use in the future in your next trips, there are many companies such as Lebara, DG, etc. that actually would help you out, and these cards you can top them up online and use them during your long holidays and stays here in Spain, both for internet messages and calls. Typical shops that have been here their entire life, like this one right here, Mostly for tourists, locals do not tend to shop here as it is on general, unless the prices are quite nice. Mostly locals do shop either in the old town at some places are like Zara, Mango, by the Techno Hit and Madeira Central Hotel, or we do go towards shopping malls, but not in the shops like this nearby because we feel like prices are slightly higher because they are targeted towards tourism industry. And now we're almost in Rincon de Loige. There are some agencies here that are like holiday agencies that they do sell tickets, they do sales, they do holiday rental apartments as well, and they have apartments in different areas, so we always see people even early in the morning or in the evenings with luggages grabbing their keys from here from the office to go to any of the apartments surrounding this area in particular. On the left side we have the famous casino of Benidorm, and on the right a lot of typical Chinese bazaars and shops and nice places such as Grill Place Oasis right here. It's called, technically it's like two names. There's Oasis on top of it and then there's Grill 64, so we never know which one it is. I suppose it's Grill 64. That's how it's called. It tends to be quite busy, by the way, which means that food must be nice and the pricing must be nice as well. And they also offer some takeaway. There's hairdressing places, aesthetics places. Almost all of them now offer these African types of braids, and it is quite busy in summer. Almost every single tourist, younger age children, they do this type of African braids at least once during their holidays here in Benidorm town. As you can see, Mediterranean Avenue is quite busy. This is how it's going to be looking like throughout all summer, and then in winter time it's going to be slightly more quiet and calm. But for now, a lot of people, all the shops, all the businesses are open. It's still peak summer season, but it's slightly, just a tiniest bit more quiet than it used to be. By the way, here you can also get the taxi to go wherever you want, and there's a stand that shows you the prices more or less. Don't think they've changed them recently though, so it might be slightly more expensive, maybe a couple of euros, but still you can see more or less what the price would be towards any specific destinations. This place right here, Med 66 bocadillos. Okay, these are the bocadillos, by the way, 4.55, 55 euros. Bucket deals, fish and chips, breakfast, pasta. We've shown you this place a couple of videos ago. If I'm not wrong, this is one of like shopping areas. It's like an indoor market, but on the open air. A nice place if you want to grab something while you're here on holidays. Has supermarkets, nice typical Spanish bars as well, lovely square to sit down in the shade, and much more. Thank you for accompanying us in today's short, lovely walk down our favorite town of all, Benidorm, and down its main artery, the Mediterranean Avenue. We will see you in a brand new video here on the channel very soon. Bye, Dees.